All my traumas are finally catching up to me. I took a 2 day break from just feeling so much. I just said it like I was done feeling a lot of emotions and I just needed a break to like just not think, try not to really think, and I'm just coming back from my 2 day trip and it's actually been a lot. It's like a lot of emotions are just trying to like catch up with me and I don't really know what to do about it. Um I want to believe I've always been this type of person that I try to look ahead. I like to look forward to things like rather than sticking in the past cuz most of the time when I sit down and think about the past, to be honest, it's mostly regret like and I don't like feeling regret because I believe taking accountability for your actions. So there were a lot of things you did, like maybe at a particular age that you thought like were the best decision at that time. Like give yourself grace, even if at the end of the day like they are really like bad consequences and like it turns out the way not the way you expected it to turn out. Like still give yourself grace. At that point, you thought that was the best decision for you. But I'm here sitting and I'm thinking, like, there was a decision I made when I was like younger than this. And I'm actually dealing with the consequences. Well, it's getting a lot. It's getting to the point where I'm like, why? I'm not trying to like see it and like really think like I don't really have a direction for this YouTube video, to be very honest. Like, I'm just like talking, saying how I feel, and just some things I've learned in my 20s. So, next month I'll be turning 26. Presently, I'm 25. And do I feel old? Maybe a little, but not like old, old. I just feel like I'm growing. I'm growing into I'm moving into my grown woman era. And obviously, like, I have to be more mature and stuff. But really thinking about it, how did I spend my 20s? I'm not really, really proud of how I spent my 20s because I believe your 20s should be where you like work towards a goal, like have a solid plan of like, this is what I want to do, this is where, like, just be sure of where you're going, what you actually want to do. And I spent my 20s feeling so much. I felt so much emotions that it put me in a box. I don't like that. So I got to a point, I think, when I was 24, when I was turning 24, like, I really want to break out of this box. I really want to do what I want to do. I want to rewrite my story, basically. But there's also something about, like, you being in an environment. I never believed, like, me as an adult not being able to do some things. Like I understand as a child, like you probably tell your child, don't do this, don't do that, you can't do this. Like try to like steer your child to a direction. But I believe I'm an adult, and I should be able to like make some decisions by myself without somebody telling me, oh, you're making the wrong decision. Like leave that decision to me. Like I said, accountability, even if at the end of the day it goes wrong, it's my decision at that point in time. I felt that was the best decision for me. But I've been in an environment where as much like I have to keep on fighting to like make that decision. I don't think I know I've made some decisions and they'll be like, oh yeah, fine. Well, like when it comes to like real, like I don't know how to explain, like real decisions that can really change the course of my life. It's always like I have to fight so much to like get that to happen for me. But I'm at that point where I'm really exhausted. I am physically I'm drained because of work and some things I do, but obviously like physical exhaustion can really be taken care of like with meds and things like go to the gym, try to get more stronger and things like that. So that is not a problem for me. But you see why I have a problem is the mental exhaustion. There's also something I really like feel. You should let people go through things the way they want to go through things. I remember cutting off a friend off because I think I was talking about like my mental state then because this is something I constantly talk about, like my mental state to my friends, to close ones and stuff. And I was telling this guy about like how I've gone through like some so difficult for me. But I'm gonna say regardless, I've gone through like sexual growing up. And this friend of mine literally said, "Oh, people have gone through worse." And I was like, I didn't say anything to him, but in my head, I thought at that point, like, why can't you let me feel what I'm feeling? Like, this really hurts me. This is how like, obviously, like, for me telling you, could tell, like, oh, this is actually a big deal for me. So, why then do you have to go ahead to, like, say, oh, people felt worse? And recently I've been getting a lot of that, like, oh, the situation you're in, people go through worse. This is not the baddest thing, blah blah blah. And I'm just here sitting like, I am telling you like this hurts me badly. This is fucking with me. And you go ahead to like tell me like, oh, people have had worse. The environment I find myself in, they are not giving me a space to like grieve on my um on my pain. Like, let me grieve my pain and heal from, because talking about trauma, so I love reading books. And oh my god, I'm trying to look for the book. I love reading books, and I picked up a book about trauma. First off, I would really like us to understand the meaning of trauma. Like, let's understand trauma from just a layman's language. So, trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience, and it can come in different forms. It can come in different forms, and so according to ChatGPT, it said, in short, trauma is the nervous system stuck in survival mode after something overwhelming. It's not weakness; it's adaptation that just didn't get a chance to turn off. So I know I have trauma. I have some traumatic experiences that happened, and that was what made me get this book. So this book is "The Body Keeps the Score." It's I just started reading it today. It's my favorite read, and there was something that stuck out to me, which said, um, "We now know that trauma compromises the brain area that communicates the physical, embodied feeling of being alive. These changes explain why traumatized individuals become hypervigilant to threat at the expense of spontaneously engaging in their day to day lives. They also help us understand why traumatized people so often keep repeating the same problems and have such trouble learning from experience. We now know that their behaviors are not a result of moral failings or signs of lack of willpower or bad character. They are caused by actual changes in the brain. What trauma really does for you is like changes some things in the brain. Like, it changes how you see things. That's why sometimes like you could be doing something normal, like it is normal to you, but another person can react differently to that. Like, you could be in an environment, maybe the person has had a traumatic experience, like not feeling safe in that environment, but you feel okay in that environment, and the person is just like acting weird, and you're looking at the person and now, why are you acting weird? You don't have to like because you're cool with something and you see something like okay, doesn't mean another person's gonna see that same thing as being okay. So what am I talking about is I feel like I am not the only one going through like whatever I'm going through, and I feel like people out there, somebody out there might be going through like the same thing I'm going through, feeling confused, feeling boxed up. I just want to tell us, don't give up, because I know the thoughts are bad in my head about like just letting go, like giving up, and just some things that are just out of character for me. I just want to say, like, really be strong because tomorrow is always a better day. I always say this, like, even though it keeps getting worse, like, always look forward to tomorrow because tomorrow can be a better day. It can be like something might just really happen that can up your situation a little bit. And even though you're not in the best environment that can help you like express yourself the way you want to, or be or listen, people listening to you the way you want them to listen to you, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I try not to I try to give people grace because they're doing what I feel to their own understanding. Like that's what they understand. Like that's what they feel like is okay. So I'm not too mad at them. I'm not too like, oh, why are you not listening? Or I'm telling you this. I just believe that that's what they understand. And I can't really like be mad at them for that. Try to say things in a positive way. Try to like be more understanding because at the end of the day, I feel like everyone has what they are going through actually. They might be going through a lot and they just don't know how to like help you in your situation. One way I believe like it's a way for you to like start healing from whatever traumatic experience you've had is first acknowledging it. Acknowledge like you have this trauma, and once you acknowledge that, even though I say like my environment doesn't really give me the space to like express myself the way I want to be expressed, so people listen to me the way I want them to listen to me, there's still always like one person I can always bank on that I feel like they try their best to like understand where I'm coming from. So I want to say like if you have that one person, you can always like talk about that to the person, like try to open up. I also feel like talking about it also makes you feel light. And yeah, we're gonna be fine. We are definitely gonna be fine. It's just really affected like, so when I'm not okay mentally or like emotionally, I feel like it really affects my creativity, but I don't want that to be the case. That happens all the time, but I don't want that to be the case. I have put myself in a box for too long that I'm at that point where I don't want to be in that box anymore. I really don't want to be in that box anymore. I want to be free. I am an adult. I should be able to say, this is what I want to do, this is what I don't want to do. And people need to respect that. So I want to start setting good boundaries. I've always been very open about what I like, what I don't like, what I want, what I don't want. So people need to start respecting that. And if my environment, I think I'm just gonna remove myself from that environment. Everybody has their burden to take. We can share burdens, but I cannot lift your burden for you, and you cannot lift mine. So at the end of the day, we need to look after ourselves. It's me first before anybody. And as long as people can say that that is selfish, I don't think that is selfish. I've gotten years putting other people first before me. I'm at that point now where I'm like, no, that's enough. I'm not doing that anymore. And yeah, we need to start setting boundaries as individuals because I feel like that is what's gonna make us like be fulfilled. I kept on asking, so I asked my friend this question like, as human beings, are we ever gonna be satisfied with where we are, how we are living, what we are doing? And no, not really. We humans are insatiable. I want to believe that's how we say. We humans are. We just always want something. Like we want this, we want that. Even if we get, we always want something more. But at every point in time, I also believe like we have to be grateful for whatever we have. Gratitude, gratitude. is very important. And there's something I really want to get into this year, which is also journaling. I feel like if I can journal and like put my thoughts into, right, I love writing as well. Like if I can put my thoughts into writing, I believe that it's gonna make me clear up some things I have in my head, make me express myself more better and all of that. I'm gonna be off this train soon. And this comes to the end of this video. And from a stranger to another stranger, I love you, and I know we're gonna definitely come out stronger. And yeah, see you in my next vlog, and have a lovely day. See it, say it, sort it.